Ever looked into your dog's eyes and wondered what they'd say if they could talk? It wouldn't just be, "Give me a treat." They'd tell you about the walks they crave, the scents that overwhelm them, and the quiet fears you never notice. In this video, I'm going to share 10 hidden messages your dog wishes you could hear, truths that can transform how you understand them and bring more calm, trust, and joy into their life. And here's the part you can't miss. Number 6 is something your dog longs for their entire life. But only 2% of owners ever sense it. If your four-legged companion means the world to you, stay with me, because what you'll discover here is something no caring owner should overlook. So, let's begin. Number 1, I need walks with you, not just yard time. You open the back door, he runs out, sniffs the fence, chases a bird, maybe rolls in the grass. And for a moment, it feels like freedom. You think he's getting what he needs: space, air, sunshine. But let me tell you to him that yard is just a bigger cage. He's not running out there for adventure. He's waiting for you. Because a walk with you, even down the same street you've walked 100 times, is his version of a shared story. It's not the distance, it's the together. Every crack in the sidewalk, every mailbox, every tree, it's a world he sees through his nose. And beside him, he wants you to be part of it. Not ahead on your phone, not distracted, with him. And here's the kicker. A study from the University of Liverpool found most walks last under 20 minutes. It's not enough, not for his brain, not for his heart. So next time you clip that leash, don't think of it as a chore. Think of it as the one moment in the day where he feels like your equal, your teammate, your boy. And in the next one, we'll talk about what he sees that you don't. Number 2, I can't see red, but I can see your smile. You toss him a bright red ball and say, "Go get it." He runs, but not straight at it. Sometimes he misses it completely. You laugh. But here's the truth. He doesn't see what you see. Dogs don't see red like we do. Or green. The world for him is mostly shades of yellow and blue. That red toy, it melts into the grass like a ghost. And yet, he still chases it. Not because he sees it clearly, but because you threw it. He's not playing fetch for the toy. He's playing for you. Because even if he can't see red, he sees something better. He sees the light in your face when you cheer him on. The way your eyes crinkle when you smile. The softness in your voice when you say, "Good boy." That's what he sees, and that's what he runs toward. So maybe next time, pick a blue toy. But more than that, notice how often he's looking back at you. Not for direction, but for reassurance, for connection. Because in his world, color fades. But your joy, he sees it in full definition. And in the next part, we'll talk about how touch the wrong kind can make him flinch inside. Number 3, please don't reach for my head. Meet me where I feel safe. You love him. Of course you do. And when he's been a good boy, your hand naturally reaches out right for the top of his head. It feels normal, human, affectionate. But to him, it's not always comfort. Imagine a hand bigger than your face, coming down from above, blocking your eyes, pressing on your crown. That's not love. That's dominance. It's instinct. In the wild, only the higher-ranking dogs touch another's head like that. He flinches, not because he's scared of you, but because the gesture triggers something ancient inside him. Instead, try this: sit down. Let him come to you. Offer your hand low and slow like a gentle invitation. Let him sniff. Let him choose. Then touch his chest, his shoulders, under the chin, the places he leans into, not away from. You'll notice something shift. He'll soften. He might sigh. He'll stay longer than he did before. Because now he's not just being touched, he's being understood. And in the next part, you'll see that even when you're silent, he's still listening. Closer than you think. Number 4. I hear your voice even when you're silent. There are days you don't say much. The room is quiet. The TV hums low. Maybe you're staring out the window lost in thought. Grief has a way of taking our words, doesn't it? But he's still listening. Because your dog doesn't just hear the things you say, he feels the weight of what you don't. The tension in your shoulders, the tightness in your chest, the way your scent changes when you're holding something in. A study in the UK found that dogs can smell cortisol, the stress hormone in human sweat. Think about that. He doesn't need you to say, "I'm hurting." He already knows. And sometimes when he nudges your leg, lays his head on your lap, without a word, that's not random. That's not cute. That's his way of saying, "I've got you." You're not alone. So the next time you feel like shutting down, don't. Talk to him. Out loud. He won't judge. He won't interrupt. He'll just listen the way he always has. And in the next part, we'll talk about why punishing him often punishes the bond more than the behavior. Number 5. I don't disobey, I misunderstand. You come home, and there it is. The chewed-up slipper, the trash can knocked over the guilty eyes. He lowers his head, tail tucked, won't meet your gaze. And maybe you raise your voice. Why would you do this, you say? You know better. But here's the truth, he doesn't. He's not being stubborn. He's not acting out. He's confused. Because dogs don't connect past actions to present punishment. If it happened more than a few seconds ago, it's gone. What you see as guilt, that's not guilt. That's fear. Fear of your tone, your posture, your sudden change in energy. And that fear chips away at something precious. Because every time you punish without clarity, he doesn't learn not to do it. He learns you're unpredictable. So teach, don't scold. Reward what's right, redirect what's wrong. Show him the path you want him to take. Don't just block the one you hate. He wants to please you more than anything. But he can't guess the rules. He needs a guide, not a judge. And in the next part, you'll see how letting him sniff the world might just calm his spirit more than any command ever could. Number 6. Let me sniff the world. That's how I stay mentally alive. You walk down the block, leash in hand, and he stops nose buried in a patch of grass. He sniffs, circles, sniffs again. You tug the leash. Come on, let's go. But he's still stuck there like that one spot matters more than the whole walk. And to him, it does. Because sniffing isn't just a distraction, it's his version of reading the news, scrolling the feed, catching up on neighborhood drama. One scent tells him who passed by, what mood they were in, whether they were afraid, sick, or excited. His nose. It's not just sharp, it's extraordinary. With 300 million scent receptors to our 5 million, his world unfolds through invisible stories we can't begin to perceive. When you pull him away too soon, it's like someone turning the page before you finish the sentence. So next time, give him a little space. Let him linger. Let him explore. Because sniffing doesn't slow the walk, it gives it meaning. To him, it's not about miles. It's about moments. Shared presence, curiosity, trust. And in the next part, you'll see how that trust runs so deep, he can feel your sadness even when you try to hide it. Number 7. I feel your sadness like it's mine. You didn't say a word that night. You just sat there still quiet, looking at nothing. Maybe it was the anniversary. Maybe it was just a wave that hit too hard. But he knew. He walked over slow and careful and laid his head on your foot. No barking, no begging. Just presence. Just pressure. just being there like an anchor when you were drifting. Science tells us dogs can smell cortisol, the hormone your body releases when you're stressed. But long before the science, you already knew he feels you. Deeply. Instinctively. When your hands tremble, he stays close. When your breath shortens, he watches. When your voice cracks, his ears twitch. He doesn't understand your grief, but he understands you. You're not just his person. You're his compass, his safe place, his world. And when your world is shaking, he'll steady himself beside you. So when you feel heavy, speak to him. Even in silence, he's already listening. And in the next part, we'll shift from the heart to the body, because the ground beneath you might be burning his feet without you even knowing it. Number 8. Hot pavement hurts more than you think. It looks like a beautiful day. The sun's out, breeze light, and you think perfect time for a walk. So you grab the leash, he trots beside you, tail wagging. But the sidewalk's been baking for hours. You don't feel it, not through your shoes. But he does, every single step. The pads on his paws aren't built for 140 degrees. And that's how hot asphalt can get when the air's just 86. That's burn your skin hot. That's blister in seconds hot. You might not hear him whimper. He might not stop walking. Because he wants to stay with you no matter the cost, but later you'll notice the signs, the licking, the limping, the raw patches. And by then, the damage is done. So here's a quick test: press your hand to the pavement for 5 seconds. If it hurts you, it's already hurting him. Instead, walk early. Walk late. Find grass. Carry water. Let him rest. He'll still get his time with you, and he'll come home whole. Because protecting him doesn't always look heroic. Sometimes it just looks like knowing when not to go. And in the next part, we'll talk about something far quieter, but just as powerful: the peace that comes from simple, steady routine. Number 9. I feel calm when life is predictable. You have a rhythm now. Mornings start slow. Coffee, the news. He's there, curled up by the door, waiting for your next move. Meals come around the same time, walks too, and when the sun begins to set, he already knows it's time to settle. It might feel simple to you, ordinary, even boring. But to him, that rhythm is safety. Dogs don't measure time in hours. They measure it in moments. And when those moments come in the same order day after day, his world feels steady, understandable, safe. Every time you keep a routine, same bowl, same tone of voice, same walk after dinner, it tells him, I've got you. I'm here. Nothing's changing. And for a creature who can't ask questions, that's everything. So even when life feels small, know this: your quiet routines are giving him the peace he craves. The kind of peace no toy, no treat, no command can offer. You don't need big gestures. You just need to keep showing up like you always do. And in the final part, we'll talk about the hardest truth of all: the time you have with him isn't forever. But how you spend it, that's still up to you. Number 10. I won't be here forever. Please learn to hear me now. He won't always be by your side. One day, maybe years from now, maybe sooner than you expect, you'll look down, and the bed by your feet will be empty. The leash still hanging on its hook. The bowl still clean. The silence will feel louder than anything you've ever heard. And the ache, it won't come from what you didn't give him. It'll come from what you didn't know to give. The missed signs, the misread signals, the moments you thought he was just being a dog, when really, he was asking for something deeper: love, patience, understanding, time. But here's the beautiful part: you're still in it. You still have today. His tail still wags when you enter the room. He still perks up when you say his name. He still looks at you like you hung the moon. So don't wait. Listen closer, sit longer, walk slower. Learn his language while you still can. Because the day you say goodbye, and that day will come, you'll want to know deep in your chest that you truly heard him while he was here. And in the final part of this video, I'll help you carry that bond forward in a way that lasts even after the leash is empty. You've just heard 10 things your dog wishes he could tell you, and maybe along the way, something in you shifted even just a little. Maybe you looked over at him differently. Maybe you realized you've been speaking the same language all along. You just didn't know how to listen. That's okay. Because what he needs from you was never perfection. It was presence. Not the biggest backyard, not the newest toy, just you, steady, warm, trying your best. And now that you've listened, truly listened, you've given him something most dogs never get, the feeling of being seen. So hold on to that. Use it. Let it change how you walk, how you speak, how you sit in silence together. Because when the day comes that he's no longer beside you, these are the moments you'll carry. Not regrets, just memories full of meaning. And if this spoke to your heart, if it reminded you why that little heartbeat at your feet means more than words, consider subscribing. We're building a space here for dog dads, dog moms, and anyone who's ever been loved by paws. And in the next video, I'll show you the 7 silent signs your dog might be struggling even if they're wagging their tail. Click it now. He's counting on you.